It's 6 a.m. First full day in Vlore. It's a nice cool morning. The Adriatic, yes, that's a rooster crowing. The Adriatic, or maybe the Ionic Sea, is out that way. That's the bay over there, where the twinkling lights are. In front of that's the bay. And you can't actually see the open sea, and that's Cezanne Island, the one that's going to be turned into the billion-dollar uber-rich people's playground. So, yeah, the Lungomar is over there. So I just walk down the street and this way a little bit, and then get, I think it's called Kosovo, and go down to the circle at Ishmail, and then down. So this is a neighborhood, but they're still like across the street this way a little ways. There's a hotel down there, so it's still touristy, but as you can see, it's a neighborhood like with single family homes, and I think it'd be cool to have a little house like that, or something like that one over there, or whatever. Yeah, the dogs are at it. I only went out last night for a few hours, and I didn't see any street dogs, which does not mean that they are not here, and I think we're hearing them. And there's going to be a bunch of construction happening somewhere along here. They have in a previous video I showed a picture of it. They have a whole bunch of super high rises. So it will, if it ends up being right through here, I don't know where it's going to be exactly, but if it ends up right through here, it's just going to blow these people's view. They're going to just see a bunch of that. Oh, kitty. But, so last night when I came in around 8:30 or so, there were a bunch of children playing outside, and I could hear them when I got out of the elevator, but as soon as I came into the apartment and shut the door, I didn't hear them. And then I opened the door back up and I could hear them. And I didn't really hear any noise from this street last night. I could faintly hear one of those dogs barking early this morning. But I didn't hear it, but I don't think there's a whole lot of noise on this street either. So, you know, yeah. Sounds of city living in a city where you're allowed to have roosters. So I'm guessing the roosters are coming from over there somewhere. Yeah. Oh, it actually sounds like it might be farther over there. I don't know. Anyway, that's what the street looks like down there. So, yeah, I haven't walked this way yet. Today I'm going to see if I can find a doctor that will hook me up with a DEXA scan, although I'm not sure they have a machine in the city that works. We'll see. So you can sort of see. I'm going to zoom in. You can see the water back there, like right there and right there. And you can see a little snippet of it right there. Yeah. Okay. It's now 6:17. Oops, I'm gonna get back to 1. There we go. It looks like it's picking up the color of the sky really nicely. Yeah. Yeah, I'm guessing the people who live along here, if they wanted to, could probably sell their properties for a pretty penny to developers if 2 or 3 of them got together and agreed to sell at the same time. And there are roosters crowing all over. Okay, this is Blvd Ishmail Qemali. The bay is in front of me, and the creperie that I just ate at is behind me. Jackasses everywhere. That's the first, like, inappropriate behavior I've seen by anybody in the 8 days I've been in this country, except for one little boy of about 3.5. And he looked like he was on the street with his mother, and she was asking for money and holding an infant, and he was creating some hijinks, but nothing that your ordinary 3-year-old wouldn't be doing, you know. He was far too old to be acting like that young man. They are trimming the trees today. So all along here are these big patches of leaves. So I gotta keep an eye out for Eurodent. Some shops. Cottonella. These guys are breaking them down. Travel shops. Lots of tree branches. Lots of retired age men and cafes. Everywhere you look. Younger men too. And some young women. I don't see the older ladies sitting in the cafes very much. It's a gigantic purse. It's clever. Very clever. Right. There are a lot of dentists here. Dental tourism is a big thing. I've seen a lot of people posting about getting implants here, interestingly enough, and pictures of the implant work. Of course, you'd have to be here for many months for that to work out. So, this is the street. I don't know if this is a street or not. I'm going to go down here and pause and see. No. I don't think, no, this is not it. I'm going to cross. Alright. I'm going to pause right down here just to make sure. But I think I have to go down here a little farther. There's a park over there. Again, what I'm noticing is a bunch of older men. There's a home store. It looks like I have another block and a half or so, and it looks like it's kind of in the middle of the block. Well, there's a nice lighting store up there. Begonias. Is that begonias on the balcony? Big market. Some of these markets are really deceiving. The last one I went into looked like it was a little bit wider than that, but the thing went back like probably close to the whole city block. I mean, it was crazy and just kind of kept going. I love that these men dress like this here. Look at him. It's the older guys. You know, the young guys are not necessarily dressing like that, but I saw a man earlier about his age wearing some very crisply pressed blue and white pinstripe trousers and a white short sleeve linen shirt, and he just looked, he was getting off a bicycle as well, and he just looked so nice. Had a very Greek look to him. Palma, that's the Palma Bar restaurant. Don't know anything about that, but they have a fancy statue. Looks like a water fountain potentially. No water in sight. Children's play area. Books. Bumper cars, kids rides, little bitty merry-go-round. I could have probably got me some sunglasses a lot cheaper than the $40 US I paid for the ones I'm wearing. Hopefully I won't break them anytime soon. Alright, Park Vlore Avalon. That's what that is. Well, looks like a nice little alleyway. Oh, and then right here is a nice Alona place where parents can sit and drink or eat or whatever while the kids are playing. Huh. It's a nice place. A little play place looks like for smaller children. Like a toddler set maybe over there. That's very nice. Hotel Rossi. Alright. I think I still have another block to go. Some Greek fashions. Lots of plants and flowers on balconies here. And rooftops. You've probably seen in the Tirana video by now. And Greek fisherman style hats. Cellular stores. Tons of those. Money exchange, Western Union, Vodafone, cell phone stores everywhere. This is Anglo's fast food, Angelo's. More Greek fashion. Someone must be in there with their baby. Swimming suit. Just a jewelry store. For a minute I thought it might be a wedding shop. Pharmacia again. Alright, oh look over here. I'm going to change the side just because this building is really cool. Above the Bold Bistro. It's really nice. I like that. And here's another shoe store. Czech Republic. Huh. Okay. I like the Czech Republic. Alright, so I think after I cross this street, about halfway down will be Eurodent. So I will say that it's a little bit of aggression with the drivers and the pedestrians, but not a lot. For the most part, I see people just walk out in the street without looking left or right, just with the seeming assumption that the cars are going to stop, and they do, but once in a while people step out and the car has to really lock up the brakes. Of course, in this kind of an area, sometimes they're not going very fast, but sometimes they are. It's a lot more civilized than the experience in Tirana, I will tell you that. Like, yeah. I would be calculating with drivers in Tirana. So, but it's a little bit more relaxed and less intense here. So I think we should be getting close to the Eurodent. And it might be in an alley. I'm not sure. See what's down here. Nope. So I got these freaking $40 sunglasses in dress. Lovely cashier. She was very talkative. I find a lot of them aren't terribly talkative. They're just, you know, transactional. And paid $40 for them, and they have this right there it is. Purplish cast to them. So the blue sky is like beautifully blue. Oops, blue right now, but this makes it even deeper. So, all right. This is on top of my head. And most places require steps. I saw a lady about 80 having to go up like way more steps than this at the other clinic this morning. Okay, at 11:20, I went up these stairs to Eurodent on the second floor here, and I said I wanted to inquire about getting a set of x-rays, a cleaning, and a fluoride treatment. And the man said, well, if you want to have a seat, we can get you the standard x-rays in a few minutes, and then we'll see about the cleaning and the fluoride treatment. So I spent a little bit of time in the waiting room, probably about 15 minutes, talking to a Ukrainian couple. She was here getting information about implants, and there was a Albanian couple who's been living in England for 5 years, and they came back here, and the husband was getting some dental care here. So I talked to them for about 15 minutes, and then they called me back, and they did x-rays in a state-of-the-art x-ray machine. Only took a couple of seconds, no little films in the mouth or anything like that. You simply bite on a little small plastic tip thing that's covered in a dental dam type thing. Took about a minute and a half, and then next thing I know, he was saying, well, if you want to get your cleaning now, you can get your cleaning now, but we need to make an appointment for the fluoride. So I sat down in the chair, they cleaned my teeth, and I made an appointment for Monday to get the fluoride treatment, and it is 12:15. So less than an hour from request to completion of the first visit, and it was 4,000 lek even. So that's probably, I'm going to guess, around in the neighborhood of maybe $45. I don't know. So anyway, now I kind of don't know what to do with myself. I have an appointment at 5:30 to get the DEXA scan. And this is, it's not even 1 o'clock on my first full day here. So, okay.